Welcome to yoga. This class is all about the low back, so we'll complete movements to help you feel less stiff and more mobile to carry on with your day. So let's get started. To begin, come down onto your mat with your knees spread wide, your toes touching. Sit your hips back to your heels as far as you can, and then begin to walk your hands forward. Extend the arms out and we'll come into a child's pose. So sink the hands into the mat, rest your forehead down as well, and then we'll breathe here. Try to bring breath in through the nose, and then also back out through the nose. Focus on this breathing so that you can start to release the body. You can feel a softness through the body as you breathe. With an inhale now, rise the body upward. Begin to roll forward. Keep your hands and knees in place, and then just let the hips drop toward the mat as close as they'll go. Take a big inhale here, and then exhale, push the hips back. Again, hips to heels, sinking into your child's pose. Coordinate this movement with breath. So inhale, roll forward. Shift the weight. Exhale, press your hips back and sink into a child's pose. Again, inhale to roll forward. Start to feel the opening. Let the spine just release. Try not to hold on with any tension, and then exhale. Press back once again to child's pose. Inhale this time as we come forward. You don't need to come all of the way, but to start to feel some pressure into the hands. Then begin to move your hips left and right. So you just kind of like you're wagging your tail if you had one. And just see if you can begin to move the pelvis, move the hips. You might find some shifting or popping here. Again, side to side. Good, and then we'll come to all fours. So bring your hands back. You can separate the toes. So now your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, and then your knees are directly underneath your hips. Press gently into the hands, but you feel firmness through the arms. And so that you pull up and draw in to the low belly. Then from here, take your left hand. You're going to reach it up to the sky. So a big reach and twist as you press down into your right hand. So push down and open up with a big inhale. Again, be sure to breathe here as you exhale. Just reach as far through the body as you can with your left hand. So reach between your right arm and right leg. Inhale to twist and open. Reach the left arm back again. Exhale, thread through, reach between your right arm and right knee. Making sure to keep your right arm straight. Inhale, we go again, stretch left arm up. And this time now we're going to thread through, so exhale, thread through, but start to bend your right elbow and release all the way down so your left ear comes to the mat. You'll feel a big stretch through the shoulder, a little stretch through the spine as well. Once again, breathe. Now inhale again, rise back up, come to all fours. So place the left hand down again, and we'll switch now directions. So right hand with an inhale will twist, rise up. Be sure to push down into your left hand, open and reach. And now exhale, thread through. Right hand now reaches between your left arm, left leg. Again, inhale, twist, open, reach to the sky. Exhale, thread through, reach back. Once again, inhale to open. And now this time as we exhale, reach through, begin to bend left elbow, come all the way through and release your right ear down to the mat. So again, find that twist, stretch through the shoulder, and breathe. Once again, press into your left hand. Inhale to rise. And go ahead and step your hands about one big hand distance away. Tuck your toes underneath the body. And then you're going to push into the hands, into the feet, and come into a downward facing dog. So lift your hips up nice and high. As you press into the hands, feel the opening through the spine. Again, the lifting, the piking of the hips. Just give a nice release through the back of your legs here. A deep breath in. Lift your right leg here. So with an inhale, lift your right leg up and behind, but then bend your knee. Start to twist and just open the hips as far as you can. So a big stretch, lifting your right knee up to the sky. Big breath in and out. And then we'll just exhale, release your right foot back down. Same thing left side now. So inhale, lift your left leg up to the sky. Once again, bend your knee. Start to lift open, twist, and reach your left knee up to the sky. Breathe in and out. And now exhale to release. Left foot back down to the mat. Press and lift your hips into downward facing dog. Good, then exhale, you're going to release your knees down to the mat. Bring your big toes to touch and send your hips back one more time to child's pose. Extend the arms out, release the hips, and breathe. Now with an inhale, roll forward so you're coming onto your hands. Drive your right knee up and toward your chest, and then step up and outside of your right pinky finger. If you don't make it over the first step, just go ahead and wiggle the toes forward so you can reach up towards your hand. Then you're going to press your hips forward, so press and try to stretch the hips as far forward as you can, releasing the back hip. Hold here and breathe. Now keep your hands where they are. With an exhale, start to push your hips back, extend as far as you can, but really round the spine here. So tuck the head, round the spine, reach the arms. You'll feel a stretch in your right leg, but really try to feel the stretch in your spine as well. Now inhale, shift your weight forward. Again, press the hips forward. Now open up the chest just a bit further. So press into hands, lift. And then exhale, extend back. Tuck the chin, round the spine. Again, inhale, shift forward, open the heart. And yet again, exhale, press back one more time. Good, now we'll come back forward and release your right knee back to where it started. We'll come the other way, so drive the left knee up and forward. Step up and outside of your left pinky. Again, wiggle forward so that it gets there. Press the hips forward once again, so really try to let the right hip release as you send the hips forward. Breathe in again. All right, keeping your foot and hands in place. Exhale, press your hips back as far as you can go into a stretch, but then really tuck and round the spine. Inhale, come back forward, press the hips. Now push into the hands and open the chest. And then exhale again, extend, tuck the head, round the spine. Inhale, come forward, press and open. Exhale, one more time around the spine. Tuck the head. Good, now as you shift back forward, return the left knee back down to the floor. And once again, big toes to touch, sit your hips back and down into a child's pose. Extend the arms out and melt the forehead down to the mat. Now rise up. Inhale, you're going to come to a seat. So find a comfortable seated position, cross-legged if you can. This is where you can prop yourself up on a pillow or a yoga block behind you. You just want a nice long spine. And so if you don't feel like you can get there without the prop, go ahead and just slide it underneath. So again, as tall as you can, fingertips to the floor. Sit up and lengthen the spine. Now keeping your left fingertips down to the mat, take an inhale, lift the right arm up, so big inhale, stretch. Now find the length and then start to bend into your left elbow and come into a side bend. So keep finding the length and now really breathe into your ribs here. So let the belly, let the ribs expand. Good, take another breath. Feel the expansion. Now you're going to take the top of your chest, start to turn toward your left hand. So rotate, but keep feeling the stretch coming through your right side. Inhale, twist and open. Maybe rotate a little bit further, looking up toward the ceiling. And then exhale again, rotate. Inhale, twist and open. Exhale, one more time, rotate. And then final one, big inhale, stretch. We'll bring the right arm all the way up and over. Exhale, release down to your side, and then we'll switch sides. So big inhale, stretch. Now left arm up and over. Right fingertips are to the ground. Stretch and reach. And then begin to bend into your right elbow. Find that big side bend over. And again, expansion into the ribs. Feel them open as you breathe. Good, find that one more deep breath in. All right, now maintaining the stretch. Turn the body so your chest is dialing down toward the floor, pulling that stretch across the low back of your left side. Inhale, now rotate, twist and open. See if you can rotate again, just a bit more up toward the ceiling. Exhale, rotate chest toward floor. Inhale, open to the ceiling. And we'll do one more rotate. Exhale. Inhale to rise and then return the left hand. Exhale all the way down. From your seat, then you're just going to roll onto your back. So you can grab the backs of your thighs, and what we want to do is plant the feet down, hold onto the thighs, and then start to feel your tailbone push into the floor. So feel that firming, the flattening of your low back of the tailbone, and really control through the arms here. So you're taking this really slow roll, but really feeling the bone press down into the mat. Control yourself, rolling one vertebra at a time, all the way down to the floor. Now feel the grounding of your pelvis really rooting down into the floor as you release the head. Let your arms race down by your sides. It's quite nice just to close your eyes and feel the breath here too. And I want you to think about that feeling in the low back, pushing into your mat. Keeping your pelvis where it is. Now just step your feet out to the edges of your mat, so the width-wise. And then let yourself roll to the insides of your feet and touch your knees in together. Just find a nice release here through the sacrum. Keeping that awareness then all the way down through your low back. And it's important here to find that deep breath. Go ahead and bring a big inhale through the nose, bring the feet back toward one another. And now we're gonna grab the right knee, just draw it into your chest, give yourself a squeeze and allow the left leg to lengthen all the way down onto the floor. So nice tight squeeze into the right knee. Find the length and opening the front of your left hip. And now take your left hand, so opposite hand to your right knee, so opposite knee. Gently start to pull across the body. You're going to keep pulling so you feel a stretch into your right hip. Once you feel enough of a stretch and a bit of rotation through the spine, then just stop pulling and hold there. Now take your free hand, the right hand, and stretch all the way out to your side. We'll just settle and breathe here. So deep, deep belly breaths into the lower part of your abdomen, and then release. Okay, with an inhale, come back to center. Allow your right foot to reach back down to the floor and draw your left knee in toward your chest. So give it a squeeze again here and lengthen the right leg down. Tight squeeze on the left knee, big opening through the front side of your right hip. And then again, we'll go across. So right hand or opposite hand to left knee, opposite knee. Start to pull across the center line, rotating toward your right until you feel that deep stretch into the outer part of your left hip. And then left hand will stretch up and out. And we breathe. As we lie here, just think about where you might be squeezing a little bit through the body and holding tension, possibly into the other hip. See if you can let any of that tension just release. All right, then inhale, come back again. Bring your left knee back, releasing your foot to the floor. Slide your right foot in, so both feet are now down on the mat. And from here, we'll draw both knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. A little tightening of the knees in toward the chest. And then just a little gentle rock, so going left and right. So you're kind of rolling up on the edges of your tailbone. Rolling across the spine. And then bring your hands to the tops of your knees, so right on the kneecaps. Lengthen your arms out as long as they'll go. And then again, keep yourself right there. We'll now roll again, left and right. So this should be lower down then onto the glutes, the outer edges of your hips. And we'll bring one more movement in. where we'll start to roll and bring the knees into your chest, roll to the side, push them away. So you're kind of creating these big circles, getting a little bit more movement through the body. If you've gone one direction, go ahead and reverse that. And now once you've gone the other direction, what we'll do is start to kick the feet, hold on to your thighs. You're going to create a little rocking motion along the spine. It should feel good just to roll a bit and then pop yourself all the way up to a seat, where we're going to take just a breath here in together. So sit as tall as you possibly can and drop your hands down by your sides. With a big inhale, stretch your arms out, bring the fingertips up to the ceiling, reach to the sky. And now seal your hands together with a big exhale through the mouth. Bring your hands all the way down to your chest. Take a nice deep breath in now. And release. That is all for your low back yoga practice. Thanks for joining me. Until next time.